Now, if you're familiar with farmer's walks, you know this is really one of the best exercises you can do, not only for overall conditioning, but just for straight out loading on the body. Grips, forearms, upper back, legs, it hits everything. Now, dumbbell farmer's walks are excellent, but what I've found is that sometimes the dumbbell handles are just not quite right, and they don't sit in your hand very well. So what I've done is attach these KettleClamps onto the dumbbell handles, which have much thicker grip, much more ergonomic kind of feel to it, and are really, really good for farmer's walks. It also puts the dumbbells down below the level of the handle, which I find is a lot better for balance. So let me give you a quick demo. I can show you how these handles are right here on the dumbbells. So basically you just grab them, stand up with them, and then you start walking. Now, I'm in my basement, so I don't have a whole lot of room here to work with, but if I was doing these outside, I'd be going for distance, setting them down, and maybe rest, turn around, and come back. So it's a great overall exercise for your whole body. And these KettleClamps make it really more effective, I find, than just straight up dumbbells. Alright, so I've got another use for you for the KettleClamps, and this is actually one of my favorite uses for them, in that you're going to be using them on Trap Bar Deadlift, and you're going to use them to extend the handle, essentially giving you a shorter range of motion on the exercise, allowing you to do a partial movement on this, which allows you to, you're going to be able to really load the bar with this one. And I've got 6 plates on either side here, and I've got a couple of lifting hooks on here as well. And essentially what it's going to allow me to do is just the top few inches of the range of motion. So like I said, it's really going to allow me to load really, really well. And you just clamp those things right onto the handles of the trap bar, and you're good to go. That's pretty much it. And these KettleClamps are built rock solid, so there's no worries about anything falling off or breaking apart here. So this is really good quality workmanship, and let me give you an example of how this works. So like I said, got 6 plates on here. I'm going to do some partial range of motion movements. That is really effective stuff, and like I showed you in that, you're just doing the top lockout portion, so it really is a very useful tool for loading that top range of the Trap Bar Deadlift very strongly, and that's a good exercise. It's really effective stuff. You can choose to use the hooks or not use the hooks. The grips on these kettle stacks are really solid, and they're not going to slide out of your hands. So if grip strength is kind of an issue with you, you can use the hooks. I like to use them when I'm doing top range, top level movements that really use a heavier weight. So again, really good use for the KettleClamps. Very effective piece of equipment to add onto your Trap Bar Deadlifts.